Hello, and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host, Ilene, and on this week's program, our guests from UF Opera Theater and UF Symphony Orchestra invite you to the upcoming performance of Gilbert and Sullivan's Pirates of Penzance, April 10th and 11th at the Phillips Center for the Performing Arts in Gainesville, and April 19th at the Riley Arts Center in Ocala. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. I'm delighted to introduce my guests. Dr. Tony Offerly, Director, UF Opera Theater, and Professor of Voice Opera, and Conductor Tiffany Liu, UF Symphony Orchestra, and both with the College of the Arts at the University of Florida School of Music, and both very talented people who I'm proud to call my friends.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure to be here.
We're looking forward to this conversation about the Pirates of Penzance. Thank you, Tiffany. And I was just thinking that, Tony, we have done a show, an Ilene Silverman show. We have featured every opera since you came here to UF. And in all the ones, just like now, producing, directing Pirates of Penzance, thinking all the other operas back. And Tiffany Liu had just come here as conductor when she came on the show to discuss Carmen. And I was thrilled to be there. And here we are now.
It's hard to believe that was 3 years
I know,
ago.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
And
it just goes way too fast.
It was my first full
was.
stage opera, music directing. I had assisted before, but never been the conductor. And it was my first year here.
Right. Now music director for this Pirates of Penzance,
That's right.
Producer, director. You're still wearing all those many hats.
Many hats, yes, for sure.
I know. But that's kind of what makes it all so thrilling. And so, okay, set the stage. First, tell us when we want to attend Pirates of Penzance.
Well, there are three opportunities to see the production. There's two here in Gainesville on April 10th and 11th. That would be Friday, Saturday night, 7:30 at the Phillips Center for the Performing Arts.
Yes.
And then a show the week afterwards on April the 19th at the beautiful Riley Arts Center in Ocala at 3 p.m., a matinee.
Oh, wow. You're going on the road.
We're just taking it on the road.
The pirate ship and all.
We have two big buses, the orchestra, the cast. We're going to send the set down there. It's going to be amazing. A giant pirate ship on that Riley Arts Center stage.
Oh, because this is a true collaboration. Everything being done for the most part in-house and no guest artists. Always we were talking around, that was part of our conversation in previous years. This time, everyone from School of Music, School of Theater and Dance, other colleges. And what about the orchestra? How many musicians do you have for that night?
There's going to be a group of about 60 musicians, 65 in the pit, which, it's nice that we have a pit that can accommodate
Right.
a group that big, because not all houses do. So getting to take the orchestra and give them this experience of what it really is like to be part of a show, which is actually very different from doing a regular symphonic concert, and then additionally being able to take it on the road to Ocala on the 19th.
All things.
Yeah.
What a learning experience for all the students.
It's amazing to see, to be able to produce the Pirates of Penzance with such a marvelous orchestra, because oftentimes it's done with a small chamber group or with a small group, but to hear this incredible score with a phenomenal orchestra, right? And then of course the story. I mean, it's a madcap romp of.
It is. It sounds funny and fun, and I think it's going to be a good time for all. Now, but how long since we've done a Gilbert and Sullivan? Has it been quite some time?
As far as I know, we've never done a Gilbert and Sullivan
that would have been what I was thinking.
with the full orchestra. We've done it
Right.
before. We did the Mikado a few years back,
right.
but not with the full orchestra.
Oh, okay. And of course, we want to thank Brian Jost for his wonderful collaboration over many, many years, and Michael Blatchley before him with the University of Florida Performing Arts. And just to know that the students can step on that stage at the Phillips Center is awesome.
Yeah, we are blessed to have that wonderful collaboration partnership with the Phillips Center. It gives our students an educational opportunity that is, you wouldn't see it something like this unless you were at a major conservatory.
Right, and so, and of course, all the people that helped to bring this together, Tony Mata,
Kevin Orr,
Yes.
Tisa Garland, the internet.
Right.
This is truly a collaborative effort.
that has brought to be able to get this on the stage. And what about people building the pirate ship? You've got the costumes, you've got
Exactly.
all of
Everything was
this.
designed here in Gainesville this
Right.
time.
Which
Our
I
set
think-
designer building the beautiful huge pirate ship and the of course the Major General's in this. And everyone knows the Major General, right?
That's right.
Because he's the very model of a modern Major General.
Major. So we're going to start singing soon, but
No,
first we're going to take
you
a
don't
quick
want
break.
that.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about the performance, The Pirates of Penzance, and I'm pleased to introduce Ethan Garapi, performing the role of Frederick, and Lily Mancini, performing as Mabel. And both of you are sort of the love interest of Pirates of Penzance. So it's great to have you both here, Lily, coming back after you were our guest featuring Carmen and part of that opera, and Ethan, who I've known since for every musical theater performance every fall. I've watched you, and now you're a senior.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy to think about. I was trying on my cap and gown the other day, and it's
Oh
very...
no! Oh,
It's
good.
very straight. It felt like I was wearing a costume.
Right.
Yeah.
And, and here you are, in the graduation.
Yes. Playing the
Before
role
you
of
get
graduate.
there, right.
Yeah.
Before you get there, still Pirates of Penzance
Yes.
and others. And so, okay, tell me, where are you from? So we said you're a senior, but drop back, Lily, what area are you at here at UF?
Yeah, I'm in the first year of my master's in voice performance.
Okay.
And this is my second degree at University of Florida. So, like you mentioned, I was here for
Yes.
Carmen, and I was a junior at that time getting my undergrad.
Wow. So you've
Yes.
continued on. That's
I'm
wonderful.
a forever Gator. What can I
Now,
say?
that means a lot. And I know you have studied with Dr. Offerly. And now
Yes.
who is your voice?
He's been
teacher?
wonderful teacher and mentor to me. I worked with him for my undergrad degree, and now I'm studying with Dr. Colleen Buscher. She's
Wonderful.
been fabulous too, and they're just so great and wonderful. It's been such a supportive environment in the School of Music. It's been great.
I'm glad to know that. I
Yeah.
like supporting them, so that feels good to know. And Ethan, did you always think you'd be a performer? Or where are you from?
Yeah, I'm originally from Orlando, Florida,
Okay.
around the Winter Park area. I was
Right.
born in Ocoee, though, and I went to school there when I was younger. I was a very, very, very dramatic kid. A lot of kids were playing house on the playground, and I was playing divorce court. And one time I was on the slide, I guess being very, very dramatic, and my friend Rachel Tannenbaum, shout out Rachel Tannenbaum, I literally would not be doing theater without her.
Yes, I understand. There's always that.
She
that person.
introduced me to a community theater program, and I quickly caught on to it, and I've been steadily acting ever since. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful! I know, and so we're looking forward to seeing you take the stage at the Phillips Center. So, when have you been rehearsing? When did it all get started? Because you are sharing this role now. You will be. This is a double cast show, and you will be opening night Friday, which will be April the 10th, and then wonderful performers take the stage on Saturday the 11th. So, okay, what's it been like getting all this together?
Honestly,
Being Frederick, being Mabel.
yeah, it's been just like so much fun.
I can see that.
We started staging rehearsals this semester in January, and it's just like been such a blast. So Ethan and I will be together, and we just have had such a fun time coming up with different bits, and
Okay,
you're
that
really
you
in for a
can
treat.
make it
Lots
your
of
own.
comedy and just. Even when the spotlight's not necessarily on any individual character,
Right.
there's always funny little things going on in the
Little bits
background.
and
So
pieces.
keep your eyes peeled
Okay,
for
you
all of
gotta watch
those.
everywhere, right?
Yes.
Okay, and what about, okay, so it must be fun, the pirate ship, the costumes, because you work with costumes.
Yes. Part of my responsibilities as a graduate assistant, I work with our costume director, Mary Robinson. She's been fabulous, and so we've been working to kind of put some pieces together. We're just starting to get into the assigning process, so putting stuff together, figuring out what works with each person, with their measurements and with their character. And it's been so much fun just, putting together
To
these
see all
different
that
looks
come
and
together.
seeing it alive
Right.
in person.
Right.
Yeah.
And so now you were at the Phillips Center, as we already said, for Carmen. Have you performed on that stage?
I have not.
I didn't think so.
But I
So you're
am
ending with-
so excited to.
You were really going out
I
on the
believe
high
it's
point.
the biggest theater in Gainesville, is it
Yes,
not?
it is.
Yeah.
It is, for sure.
I saw Carmen my freshman year because a lot of my friends in the School of Theater and Dance were part of that production, as well as my voice teacher, Matt Morgan, the incomparable Italian superstar. Matt Morgan was playing the lead in that, and so I saw it, and that theater is so beautiful. It's been one of my goals while I'm still here in Gainesville to perform there, and
perform, and it's coming
to
yeah.
do this role in this show at that theater is just a dream come
Outstanding.
true.
And they redid the sound early on in the season, and it is spectacular.
Oh, nice.
Even better than before.
That's awesome.
But we're going to take a quick break. We're all very excited for you and to be in the audience. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're discussing The Pirates of Penzance with Dr. Tony Offerly and Ethan Garapi. And Tony, you've had the pleasure of directing Ethan in every musical theater performance that I've seen since we started with Cabaret on down until his senior year, including, of course, this fall with Rent. So what's it like? And now here he is a senior.
Well, it's amazing to work with someone who is so talented and multifaceted in different genres. It's actually one of the reasons why I was so excited that he said he was going to audition for the Pirates of Penzance back in the fall, because I knew he would just knock this out of the park. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw him in The Prom, which was a big role for him,
Exactly.
which I still remember to this day.
Me too.
And
The
I said,
Music Man.
Music Man, and of course in Rent, and then just recently at the Hauser as Hedwig. But I
We
said,
were
look,
there opening night, you and me.
if he can do that,
With others?
he can sing Frederick, and
Yeah.
it's kind of great because our Pirates of Penzance is not like your normal Pirates of Penzance. We're not
okay.
doing it the straight, that you maybe have
Not
seen
the
at
straight,
the.
you're putting
in
your
London.
own touch.
This is a comic version that I think everyone will love. It's like if The Princess Bride met Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Okay.
We have more jokes per minute than I think any other
Right.
show.
We're going to have to really
And-
listen.
and
Did you catch it?
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and he just he eats it up.
Oh, yeah, I understand. What about on your side? Or I can see you're enjoying it.
Yes, this show has been so much fun already. Comedy and doing character work was how I first began doing theater, and so getting to touch on that after doing such a dramatic role like Hedwig and Roger has been so rewarding, and to get to do it with Tony, who I've been working with for pretty much my entire college journey. Cabaret was the very first thing that I did here. I think we started rehearsals like maybe on my first day of school, and
You've been together
getting to work
ever
with him has
since.
been great, and it's just such a wonderful full circle moment to be ending my time here with
And
the show.
so when you say ending your time, what is your degree?
I am graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Theater Performance in Musical Theater.
Which I can see is exactly what you wanted. And we said it's very, only 6 people per year get into this program under the direction of Tony Mata, who we mentioned earlier, but that we all are applauding for the wonderful, talented gentleman he is.
Well, you were saying, we've been on a show for every opera
Exactly.
we've done, and we were here for La Boheme, which Tony Mata directed at the Phillips Center, a Tosca as well.
Right.
Our founder of the UF Opera Theater, Dr. Elizabeth Graham, was Tosca in that production, and Tony Mata was our director. So it's very unusual for a large school like UF or any school
Right.
to have such a wonderful working relationship between the School of Music and the School of Theater and Dance. You really don't see that anywhere else in the country.
And I'm glad that you've made a point of that, because I've always admired it, but now I see that it's not the norm. So, but all the better for all the students here, because they are rewarded much more by having that interaction, which, and okay, speaking of students here, which after you graduate, what is next for Ethan Garapi?
Next, I am going to go back to my hometown, Orlando, Florida, for a little bit, and then gather as much
chill.
money as I can, and then move on up to New York City. That is the goal. A lot of people have asked me, like, is Broadway something that we want to do? Is off-Broadway something that we want to do? I definitely, over the course of my career, want to touch it all.
Get there.
But ultimately, I have always wanted to create art that means something to people. And getting to do a show like Hedwig and the Angry Inch, which I just closed, our sold-out run at the Hal Bazaar, which was done independently, was such an impactful experience for me because it was, material that is able to touch people in that way. Right. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to do, is like make a difference with the art that I create. Right. And I'm so happy to be part of a creative community that fosters that.
It's a wonderful aspiration because you never know who you touch in a performance. Mm-hmm. And as we were saying earlier, we're all in the audience, and it's a community for that night. And you don't know. You make a difference to someone and inspire them or change them, and that's the beauty of art and performance. And I know for Tony, you perform yourself. You've invested so much in the UF Opera Theater, which we didn't even have till you came here.
Well, we brought some things to life for sure.
More to it, yes, in the way. So just a few more moments. What would you like to add about the Pirates of Penzance?
I think we need to laugh these days.
Okay.
I think we need to have some fun, and we need to just have some joy in our lives. And this is not going to change the world, but we are certainly going to have a wonderful, rip-roaring, rollicking time with these crazy pirates.
I love it. I look forward to it. And thank you, Ethan. I look forward to following you as your journey continues.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're talking about the Pirates of Penzance with conductor Tiffany Liu and performer Lily Mancini. And once again, we're thinking back to when we were here talking about Carmen. Tragedy. You had just come to UF, Tiffany, as conductor, and you were just starting your career through UF, and now, you're seeking your second degree, and you're back with another opera, Gilbert and Sullivan. So, but this one's a comedy. So, how is this so different? How is it different, and how's it evolving for both of you as you prepare for this performance? Is it a lot of different? Would you say more fun in the sense that this is a comedy, or it still takes a lot of work?
I definitely think it's definitely the same amount of work goes into any of the productions that we do. I think as musicians we love what we do and we always put our heart into it, but it's definitely a different attitude. Stepping into the rehearsal room when you're working on something so fun and lively like Gilbert and Sullivan.
Different.
Yeah, there's definitely a different feeling as a performer, and how you're preparing your role and what you're doing to convey those intentions. There's a lot more serious
as
context.
You portray Mabel, and of course you with your baton, Tiffany Liu. What's it like to be on your side and working with Lily in terms of the performance and the space?
Yeah, Lily and I were speaking before this show, and one thing that struck me is that, as a sort of sometime visitor to the opera world, my main job is to conduct the UF Symphony in our usual concerts.
Right.
One thing that really strikes me about this world is how much you imbibe the spirit of the show that you're working on, because you live and breathe this show for several months at least, right? Sometimes even longer.
And think about it all the time, probably.
Yeah, to the point where, by the time you close, you feel kind of bereft. You feel like there's a void in your life.
Right.
And so, living Carmen, I mean, there were days that I cried, like there was so much drinking in of the atmosphere. There's so much living the roles, right? And then with Gilbert and Sullivan and with Pirates in particular, okay, so the work is not, by the way, the work is always serious.
Of course,
right?
It is. Because it's notes, it's music, it's instruments.
Yeah. What's really fun is that the music gets to be part of the comedy. There's beats. I look at you and
see.
If you're riffing, you have cadenzas.
Right? Many.
and in the cadenzas, it's cool that you're kind of like there might be a beat where, oh, she goes on, and I have to kind of like, oh, wait, is it now? Oh, wait, is it now?
Right.
There's just opportunities for music to be funny, which I don't know if people
No, but it
mostly
makes
think
perfect
about
sense.
that.
I'm going to be listening for that when
Yeah.
I'm at the performance.
Well, you'll
Go
notice
on,
because
go
it'll
on,
make you
yeah.
laugh. Which is the idea, right? You won't even know why it's funny, but there's
it triggers.
But comedy is timing, and music is
Right.
time.
Right.
So it's exciting to get to, kind of collaborate in that way. It was like, well, no, wait, go.
And then there it is.
The little back and forth
Yeah,
is
yeah.
so much
And then
fun.
your eyes, you're back and
Yeah,
forth
it's
with it.
always a pleasure to work with Dr. Lou. She's such a phenomenal conductor and is just always a treat to work with. But it's really nice having that experience with opera, that we get to have such a close relationship with the conductor, and we really get to work off of each other, and I can take cues from her and she takes cues from me, and we have this very
And work it
symbiotic
well together.
relationship. It's really awesome.
Yeah, it's telepathic, really.
You just know what each other's
Yes.
thinking
Well,
about.
there's the language there,
Yeah.
certainly. But when you know that things are working, like when you're on the same wavelength, there's just kind of no other feeling like that. In fact, that's what I feel like studying music is about.
Yeah.
Right? Kind of like being able to be on the same wavelength without words, while you're
Just
singing words, but
conveying.
like
Yes.
and
No.
we talk about in orchestra conducting or opera conducting what it is like to support the singers on stage,
Right.
because really that's what the orchestra is there to do, is support the drama, to and I don't know. I mean, I kind of,
Yeah.
a singer's perspective is kind of everything to me in that context.
Yeah, there's really nothing like singing with a live orchestra. It's something that, even as singers, this is not always our experience. A lot of times we work with wonderful pianists and other instrumentalists, but
Right,
to
but
have
to
that
have
feeling of a
this.
full orchestra behind you with a conductor is really unlike anything else. You feel so supported and you feel such a part of this big ensemble. That's something you don't always get to feel a part of.
Do you feel intimidated?
Honestly, I feel excited more
Oh,
than anything.
that's awesome.
It's
That's
like,
what I love.
I'm really never scared, especially when I have such a good relationship with the conductor, because I'm just like, it's such a treat.
I can see. I love it. And thank you. Thank you, Dr. Tiffany Liu, our wonderful conductor, Lily Mancini, Ethan Garapi, and Dr. Tony Offerly for bringing us so much wonderful information about the Pirates of Penzance and the UF School of Music's UF School of Theater and Dance. And I'll be following your journey also as it continues,
Thank you.
Lily. Thank you, everyone. And I hope that I might see you at Pirates of Penzance at the Phillips Center, 7:30 p.m., Friday, April 10th, Saturday, April 11th. So glad you tuned in. I hope you'll join us next time. Take care.